you. Bye.
Heath, first of all, what kind of an honor is this for you?
I mean, it's huge. It's pretty special. You know, it means a lot. I know the history of the Steelers organization, and to be thought of in that regard, to join some of the other great players that have played here before is pretty special.
In that regard, have you let it sink in now that you've had a couple of months to think about it?
Yeah, a little bit. And, you know, it means a lot. I know I played with a lot of great players that are already recognized here, and I'm sure more will be in the future, but to be along with them for forever, I guess, and also the guys who played before me is pretty cool.
Heath, it's been kind of comical the last decade maybe. Anytime a tight end catches a pass, they still honor him with a huge chant. What's it like for you to hear those kind of things?
I mean, it feels nice, you know. I think when you're removed from the situation a little more, you realize how special it was, the connection with the fans, and how much they appreciated my play. And you know, that's why I played, just to try to make the city proud and to play for my teammates and everything. So you know, it's pretty cool.
Have you forged a little bit of a friendship with Pat Freiermuth?
Yeah, I think he's obviously a great player. The team's lucky to have him, and beyond that, he seems like a good kid who wants to get better, and I'm excited to watch his career.
What's it like for you, kind of being a little bit of a mentorship role too in that sense?
You know, I tell him, you know, I'm not in the building anymore, so I don't know the details of what he's asked to do, but he has a lot of talent, and but I have played here in the city, and he knows that, so my phone's always open for him to call whenever he needs anything, and yeah, so that's what it is.
Heath, what are the memories that flood in when you go back into this building, when you enter this stadium?
I mean, lots of good memories. You know, I think when we're driving, we had an escort driving over here, and when you hear the sirens of the police car, I told my wife, you know, that's usually when the adrenaline starts pumping, because you know it's game day. But a little more relaxed this time around, so I don't have to block big defensive ends today, so a little more relaxing.
Your kids are a little bit older now. Do they get a better understanding of who Dad was?
Yeah, my oldest two were, you know, they were able to come to a lot of games in my last couple of years, but to experience all this with them by my side, it's been a very special moment for my family, and something that I'll always cherish and remember, and I know they will too.
Did you get to walk through the museum yesterday?
Yeah, we did last night.
What'd you think of that?
It's awesome. It's really cool. I think any team in the NFL that deserves to be kind of memorialized in that regard, it would be the Steelers. And you know, hats off to the people who designed it, and Mr. Rooney. I know he put a lot of time and effort into it, but because it couldn't have been easy to go through all he's got a lot of stuff to sort through to decide just what to put in there. And but they did a great job.
What will it mean to you at halftime when you're honored out there in front of all the fans?
I think that'll be a special moment, because like I said, you know, it meant a lot to me, their love and appreciation while I played, and to be able to kind of share this experience with them in front of the home crowd will be cool.
Is there a special moment that you have that you share maybe even with your kids?
You know, I don't know if any particular moments, but I just feel so fortunate to have been able to play with so many great players. So not only great players, but they did things the right way. They're great people off the field. So you know, I just take things that I learned from them and just try to share with my kids. You know, hey, this is the way so-and-so did this. This is the way so-and-so did this. And it's more about life and the way you carry yourself, and the way you go about, you know, treating people the right way. So
to that end, I know Pat had said this week he was trying to hook up with you. Did you guys get to do that?
Well, I saw him yesterday morning at walkthrough very briefly. Saw all the tight ends. So you know, not as much as we were hoping for, but yeah, like I said, our communication's always open, and you know, he's doing a great job.
What did you tell him about that leadership aspect? Because you always did that around here from sort of a quiet point of view.
Well, you got to be authentic, and you got to be yourself. Some guys are louder, some guys are more soft-spoken. Everybody leads in their own way, and you know, these are grown men. So if you try to be someone you're not, people are going to see right through you, and I know he'll do a good job of that.
Heath, you were always such a safety blanket for Ben. Just as a tight end, you know, what can maybe Pat Freiermuth take from your game that you'd be a similar type of player for the Steelers?
Well, I think he's just, in that regard, as far as being a leader as a player, you got to be yourself. And, you know, everyone has positives and everyone has weaknesses. And, you know, you work to accentuate your positives, and you work to eliminate your weaknesses. So, you know, just being him, he's great for the quarterback. And I know they have a young quarterback now, and they'll have a bond for many years to come, I'm sure.